Hello everybody, how are we doing? Fresh from our successful MOT, there's a couple of little things in the bike I still want to do. The first is to replace this windscreen, which I thought it was OEM when the bike came, but it's not OEM. So what we're going to do, we're going to get that on here, we're going to replace that, and then also, if we look down here, these little guide things for the brake cable, just this little metal piece here, you can't really see it there too well. I've been able to get two brand new ones, so we're going to stick them on as well. So not so much today, just the windscreen, those little clippy things. If there was anything major that I was thinking about replacing on this bike, it probably would be the wing mirrors, because they kind of like, they're a bit old school and they date the bike a little bit. Just, you know, there's always that kind of tension between sticking with OEM and, you know, just going all out and changing everything. Like, you know, I'm really trying to stick with OEM in this, so for that reason I'm going to keep the original wing mirrors on it, despite the fact that these big Mickey Mouse things. You get those little nice foldy ones, you've probably seen them, they're like a little blade and they fold. I think the proper ones are really expensive, but you can get them. Like, I think the legit ones are like 200 or 300 quid, but you can get them on AliExpress for like 20 quid. See them around a lot. Just spotted a wee bit of corrosion in these. You know what that means? These will have to be replaced. So I'll have to remember that when I'm putting those back on and get that right. So we've got these little grommet things here, these little rubber things, which don't appear in the new ones. These holes seem a little bit bigger as well. I'm going to try and take these grommets out and put them into here. I'm not sure they're going to fit properly, to be perfectly honest with you, but let's see what happens. So that's one out. You can see it's just a little rubber grommet. In fact, I recognise these. These are the little things that you use. You can use these for fairing as well. I think I might have some of these, some new ones of these. Yeah, so I do have a few of these that I got from down the shop. Never used them for fairing on the old bike, so perfect for these. And these are little things where they kind of like, you put them in, and then when you put a screw into them, they change shape a little bit, you know, when they tighten themselves in there. So they're going to be perfect for this. Pop them in like that, and then when you put the screw in, they kind of like squeezes it in itself and makes that a little bit wider so it can't pop out again. One of those is slightly different, but I think it's going to be okay. There we go. And then when I screw these in, those will expand out a little bit and they'll create you know, like a little barrier, so it can't just put itself out. There we go. So it looks a little bit smaller, a wee bit neater. Still a bit annoyed about the condition of this. You know, I really expected it to be perfect. Although on the other hand, you know, it's been sat around in a factory or a warehouse for 20 years. So I suppose, you know, but it was sold as new. And I mean, they probably should have sold that as like second hand or, you know, display damaged or something. But it is what it is. So wing mirrors back on. That did not go well. Alright, that's tight enough for now. I'll get this other one on. Again, not a whole lot of screw to work with here. Okay, there we go. So that's the new one on. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit neater. Not really sure if I prefer it or not, to be honest. So next thing we're going to do, or the last thing that we're going to do today, is sort out these little brackets here. You can see that in there. So what we're talking about then is this bracket here. So what we've got with these then, we've got a screw on this side, a little nut on that side, and we've got like a grommet in between here. The grommet looks in good shape, so I'm not going to change it. Take this opportunity to give that a little bit of a wipe behind there, because it never gets cleaned, because it's hard to get to. And these are the nice shiny new bits then here. They just kind of bend off like that. So get the one for the right side, which is that one. That's the wrong way. I think that's the wrong one. And then that one's on the outside. So it goes on like that. And I bought a new screw and bolt for these as well when I was at it, because why not? That goes in there, and then the little nut goes on behind. See, the old one there is just kind of marked up and crowed a little. I mean, it's not a big. I get carried away sometimes when I see anything that's not perfect. This definitely falls in that category, but you know, it does look a lot better. Alright then folks, there we go, that's the windscreen back on. My initial impressions of it, it's a wee bit smaller. I'm not really sure I like it, if I'm perfectly honest with you, but you know, let's give it a day or two. It's just because it looks a wee bit different from the old one. But good to get that sorted, good to get the little bit sorted as well. Yeah, happy with that. As always, thanks for watching till the end. See you again soon, take care.